Before the world knew empires, there was a land that chose understanding over fear, a land where power did not scream. It listened. This was the Persian Empire. Not born from chaos, but from vision. Before the world knew empires, there was a land that chose understanding over fear, a land where power did not scream. It listened. This was the Persian Empire. Not born from chaos, but from vision. While other empires crushed cultures, Persia preserved them. Languages survived. Religions lived on. Traditions were respected. People did not serve Persia because they were afraid. They served because they were valued. Loyalty follows respect. Persia understood that emotion alone does not hold an empire. So they built roads that connected continents, messengers faster than time itself, local governors with local wisdom, yet loyal to one vision: order without oppression, strength without cruelty. And then Persepolis. Not a city of fear, but a city of dignity. Its walls did not boast violence. They carved respect into stone. Even today, its ruins whisper, power can be gentle, but history is honest. When discipline fades, when leaders forget why respect mattered, even the greatest empires tremble. Persia did not fall in one battle. It faded when vision weakened, a reminder carved into time itself. Empires disappear from maps, but some never leave the soul of history. Persia left more than borders. It left an idea that power does not need cruelty, that authority does not require humiliation. Long after the palaces fell, the philosophy endured. Every generation builds its own empires, companies, nations, communities, even families. And the question remains unchanged: will you rule with fear or lead with understanding? Because history is watching, even when we forget it is. Persia did not shout its greatness. It allowed the world to discover it. Its influence moved silently through laws, tolerance, and balance. True power rarely announces itself. It simply lasts. Others ruled by breaking spirits. Persia ruled by strengthening them. It trusted people to remain who they were, and in return, they chose loyalty. Freedom became the bond. Respect became the chain. Power often forgets it rules humans, not numbers. Persia remembered. It saw faces, not crowds. Beliefs, not obstacles. That memory is why its story still breathes. Time is the only judge that cannot be bribed. It erased the cruel. It softened the proud, but it preserved wisdom. Etched into centuries. Persia passed that test. Anyone can conquer land, but to govern hearts, that is rare. Persia aimed higher than territory. It aimed for harmony. When future leaders forgot the lesson, the empire weakened, not because enemies grew stronger, but because values grew weaker. History does not punish failure. It punishes forgetting. Persia's ruins do not scream warnings. They whisper reminders that greatness is fragile, and wisdom must be protected. Silence speaks to those willing to listen. Today, the world is louder than ever. More power, more speed, less patience. Yet the ancient question returns: are we building empires or burning them? Strength is not domination. It is restraint, not intimidation, but clarity. Persia understood this long before we forgot it. Steel rusts, crowns fall, walls collapse. But ideas, they travel through time. Persia lives where respect still leads. History does not ask how much you conquered. It asks, how did you treat those you had power over? That answer echoes forever. The Persian Empire proved one timeless truth: fear creates obedience. Respect creates loyalty. Empires may rise by force, but only understanding allows them to live on. Memory is heavier than stone. It survives fire. It survives conquest. It survives forgetting. Persia lives not in ruins, but in remembrance. Every empire leaves children behind, not heirs of blood, but heirs of thought. Persia's children were ideas, tolerance, balance, dignity, ideas raised quietly, until the world needed them again. There are moments when power must pause and ask itself a question: not can I, but should I? Persia paused. That pause is why it is remembered. No scroll recorded it. No stone declared it. Yet Persia lived by an unwritten law: rule people as you wish to be remembered. That law outlived every decree. Greatness is not lost through weakness, but through neglect. When humility fades, power cracks. Persia reminds us, even wisdom must be guarded. Empires still rise. They still fall, only the names change. History does not repeat itself, human behavior does. Persia already wrote the answer. Asterisk true leadership is not privilege. It is weight. To hold power is to carry responsibility. Persia carried it longer than most. Asterisk empires have bodies, but only few have souls. Persia's soul was human. It bled when people suffered. It strengthened when people thrived. That is why it still speaks. Asterisk if history were watching you, what would it see? Fear or fairness? Control or compassion? The answer shapes what remains. Asterisk Persia was never just an empire. It was a reminder that power is temporary, but humanity is remembered. And the greatest legacy is not domination, it is dignity. Asterisk every decision leaves an echo. Some fade quickly, others travel centuries. Persia's choices still echo today, not in weapons, but in values. Asterisk power reveals who we are. Give fear to the fearful, they become tyrants. Give power to the wise, they become guardians. Persia chose guardianship. Asterisk the world learned how to conquer, but forgot how to govern. Persia mastered both. That balance is the rarest skill in history. Asterisk the ruins do not explain themselves, they stand silent, waiting for minds mature enough to understand what force never could. Asterisk trust is dangerous. It requires courage. Persia trusted its people to keep their gods, their languages, their identity. That trust became unity. Asterisk history forgets names, it erases borders, it collapses monuments, but it protects meaning. Persia's meaning survived. Asterisk wisdom is heavier than ambition. It demands patience, it demands restraint. Persia paid that cost and earned remembrance. Asterisk history does not test empires. It tests humans when they gain power. Persia passed often, and when it failed, it taught us why. Asterisk glory fades fast, but dignity ages slowly and beautifully. Persia did not chase applause. It built principles that outlived praise. Asterisk when everything is gone, armies, crowns, walls, one question remains: did your power leave the world more human? Persia tried, and that attempt is its immortality.